Xavi Simons to Manchester United, the Red Devils make a stunning move. Kvaratskhelia to PSG, the Georgian sensation makes a dramatic U-turn. Mats Hummels stuns everyone with his shock transfer. Where did he end up? And another Argentine superstar reunites with Messi in Miami. Who is it? All this and much more in today's issue, and you do not forget to put a like, click on the bell and subscribe. You done yet? Then we can get started. Inter Miami has taken significant strides in their pursuit of Argentina international Ángel Di María. The 35-year-old forward, currently with Benfica, has been linked with a move to the MLS side, potentially joining in 2025 after a brief return to Argentina. Despite manager Tata Martino's previous comments denying the move, the club's stance appears to have shifted dramatically. According to ESPN's Leo Paradiso, Inter Miami has reached a verbal financial agreement with Di María. Paradiso stated there is a verbal agreement in terms of the finances. Di María has always desired to play alongside Messi in MLS, which has driven the negotiations. However, the move is not finalized, as Miami needs to confirm all details. Both parties are willing to wait. While Di Maria's move isn't complete, the financial agreement marks a significant step forward. Adding the former PSG and Manchester United star to a squad that already includes Lionel Messi would be a monumental milestone for Inter Miami. Di María, one of the most decorated players of the 21st century, was pivotal in Argentina's 2022 World Cup triumph. Despite the positive developments, Fabrizio Romano reports that Di María has not yet agreed to a formal deal with Inter Miami. The Herons approached the player weeks ago, but a formal proposal is still pending. Di María, who has played with Messi for Argentina and PSG, could significantly enhance Inter Miami's profile and success in MLS. As his contract with Benfica expires on June 30th, all eyes will be on whether this high-profile move to Inter Miami materializes in 2025. Chelsea could be on the verge of losing one of their prized assets, Levi Colwill, as Bayern Munich ramp up their interest. New head coach Enzo Maresca is preparing for an approach from the Bundesliga giants, with the 21-year-old defender reportedly open to the move. After a standout season on loan at Brighton in 2022-23, Colwill returned to Chelsea under then-manager Mauricio Pochettino. The young defender started the first 10 Premier League games before injuries disrupted his campaign. Despite his potential, Colwill's future at Stamford Bridge is uncertain. The Daily Mail reports that Bayern Munich, under new manager Vincent Kompany, are keen to bolster their defence and have Colwill high on their shortlist. Sky Sports Germany adds that Colwill is open to joining Bayern, where he could reunite with compatriots Harry Kane and Eric Dier. Kompany, a Manchester City legend, is also eyeing other defensive targets, including Jonathan Tah, who has been linked with a move to Chelsea. Meanwhile, Liverpool have also entered the race for Colwill. According to Hitzi, the Reds have initiated talks with Chelsea about the England international's availability. Liverpool, under new manager Arne Slot, are prioritising the acquisition of a defender and an attacker this summer. With Joel Matip's departure, Colwill has emerged as a top target for the Merseyside club, which has been tracking him since his loan spell at Brighton. Liverpool, however, face competition for Colwill's signature. The 21-year-old is contracted to Chelsea until 2029, with an option for an additional year, and is valued at €50 million by Transfermarkt. Despite being open to selling some homegrown talents, Chelsea are hesitant to part ways with Colwill. The defender, who has been deployed at left-back on several occasions, seeks clarity on his future and a guarantee of playing in his preferred centre-back role. Slot is focused on strengthening his defence, with Virgil van Dijk, Joe Gomez, Jarrell Quansah and Ibrahima Konate already in the ranks. Colwill's addition would bolster Liverpool's defence for the present and future. With Bayern Munich and Liverpool both vying for his signature, Chelsea's young star has some crucial decisions to make. Both potential moves offer unique opportunities, and the coming weeks will be pivotal in determining where Colwill will continue his promising career. The pursuit of Jarrad Branthwaite by Manchester United is quickly shaping up to be a major transfer saga. The Red Devils wasted no time, submitting an initial proposal as soon as the summer market opened. Men's Sport reveals that United's opening bid was around £35 million, with an additional £8 million in achievable add-ons. However, this offer was far below Everton's £75 million valuation, leading to an unsurprising rejection. United remain determined to secure the 21-year-old's signature even as they explore alternatives under the new Ineos transfer strategy. Branthwaite, a priority target, poses a challenging acquisition due to United's financial constraints and the lack of significant outgoing transfers. Despite Ten Hag's confirmed stay as manager, the club's position is not strong enough to meet Everton's hefty demands without some negotiation. Everton's valuation of Branthwaite between £80 million reflects his immense potential, albeit based on one standout season. The Toffees' financial woes, exacerbated by a points deduction due to profit and sustainability rule breaches, may play into United's hands. A bid around £60 million could potentially secure Branthwaite, but anything less may not suffice. The first bid, predictably turned down, is a common negotiating tactic. United must be prepared to raise their offer with a package closer to £55 million or more likely needed to avoid further rejection. Walking away early is not an option. Branthwaite's addition would be ideal for United, and securing his transfer is crucial. Negotiations must be handled with both caution and purpose. The next bid will be critical, and United must find a middle ground with Everton. A swift resolution is vital, especially with pre-season preparations in mind. This transfer test will be a key early challenge for the Sir Jim Ratcliffe Ineos sporting structure. The road to securing Branthwaite is complex, but United cannot afford to back down. Khvicha Kvaratskhelia has emerged as Paris Saint-Germain's prime target to replace Kylian Mbappé this summer. The Napoli standout, who also piqued Liverpool's interest, might be set for a significant move. Recent statements from Kvaratskhelia's agent and father have fueled speculation about his potential exit. The 23-year-old Georgian winger, who had an impressive season at Napoli, is reportedly unsettled due to the club's managerial instability. Kvaratskelia's father expressed his concerns in an interview with Sport Immedi, citing the numerous coaching changes as a reason for his son's potential departure. "I don't want Khvicha to stay in Napoli," his father stated. "He worked with 4 different coaches in 1 year. This worries me a lot. He will decide for himself, although it's uncomfortable for me. I haven't talked to Khvicha about this topic. I'm not going to until the end of Euro 2024. Despite Napoli appointing Antonio Conte as their new manager, Kvaratskelia's agent, Mamuka Jugeli, reiterated the player's desire to leave. "We want to leave Napoli, but now we're all waiting for Euro 2024, Jugeli said. "With Conte, Napoli have big plans. I'm sure they will qualify for the Champions League again next season and fight for the Scudetto. But that doesn't mean Kvaratskhelia wants to stay. Our goal is a team that plays in the Champions League. If he stays here, Khvicha will lose 1 year because of that. We are worried." The saga took another turn when Napoli released a strong statement in response to the comments. In reference to the statements of Kvaratskelia's agent, Mamuka Jugeli, and his father Badri, Napoli reiterate that the player has a contract for another 3 years with the club. Kvaratskhelia is not on the market. It's not agents or fathers who decide on the future of a player under contract with Napoli, but the Napoli club. End of story. PSG and Liverpool are closely monitoring the situation. PSG sees Kvaratskhelia as a potential key player in their quest to replace Mbappé, and Liverpool views him as a significant addition to their attacking options. PSG has already had 2 bids in the region of €100 million rejected by Napoli. As Euro 2024 progresses, Kvaratskelia's future remains uncertain. His performances in the tournament could further elevate interest from top clubs. Juventus are reconsidering their transfer targets at Manchester United, shifting focus from Mason Greenwood to Jadon Sancho. As reported by Corriere Torino, Juve are backing away from signing Greenwood due to the controversies surrounding his personal life, which has caused significant local opposition. Additionally, Manchester United's €50 million asking price for Greenwood has further complicated matters, although it's believed they would accept less. In light of this, Juventus have turned their attention to Jadon Sancho. However, rather than meeting the €50 million valuation set by Manchester United, Juventus are exploring a loan deal. The Bianconeri are keen on securing Sancho's services, with sporting director Cristiano Giuntoli pushing for an arrangement where United continues to pay a significant portion of his salary. Despite his hefty €18 million annual salary, Juventus are hoping to negotiate terms that would make the move feasible, possibly replicating the salary compromise Sancho made during his loan to Dortmund. Manchester United's stance remains firm on the transfer fee for both Greenwood and Sancho. but Juventus are determined to add quality to their wide positions. With Federico Chiesa's future still uncertain, the pursuit of Sancho could be a significant move for Juventus as they look to strengthen their squad ahead of the new season. The ongoing negotiations indicate Juventus's intent to bring in an English winger, although it remains to be seen whether Sancho or another target will be donning the black and white stripes of Juve next season. Manchester United and Arsenal are set to battle it out with Bayern Munich for Paris Saint-Germain's young star Xavi Simons. The 21-year-old Dutch midfielder had an impressive season on loan at RB Leipzig, helping them secure a fourth-place finish in the Bundesliga and a spot in next season's Champions League. Despite Marco Rose's interest in retaining him, Leipzig cannot afford to make the move permanent. According to Diario Sport, both Manchester United and Arsenal are keen on securing Simons' services this summer. Bayern Munich, however, remain the frontrunners for the Dutch international following Barcelona's withdrawal from the race. PSG, while acknowledging Luis Enrique's admiration for Simons, are unlikely to keep him at Parc des Princes due to limited playing opportunities. The French champions might prefer another loan deal, since any transfer fee this summer would go to PSV Eindhoven due to a sell-on clause. Simons showcased his talent recently by starting for the Netherlands in their Euro 2024 opener, a 2-1 victory over Poland. He has stated that his decision regarding his future will come after the tournament, as he aims to focus on the competition for now. As reported by Jose Barroso in L'Equipe, Manchester United are seriously considering a move for Simons. Erik ten Hag, known for bringing in players he has previously managed, could see Simons as an ideal fit for United's midfield. The Dutchman could add the creative spark that United have been lacking, potentially forming a dynamic trio with Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes. For Arsenal, Simons could be the answer to their midfield woes. Mikel Arteta is still seeking a suitable replacement for Granit Xhaka to complement Declan Rice and Martin Odegaard. With Kai Havertz not fully settling into the midfield role, Simons, who impressed against Arsenal during his PSV days, could be the perfect fit. Valued at around £68 million, a loan deal might be a strategic move for Arsenal, allowing them to strengthen other areas of the squad. Bayern Munich are currently leading the race for Simons. The German giants see him as a valuable addition to their squad, and with Barcelona out of contention, they are in a strong position to secure his signature. As the Euros progress, Simons' performances will be closely monitored, with a decision on his future expected shortly after the tournament concludes. The coming weeks promise to be crucial in determining where the talented midfielder will ply his trade next season. Mats Hummels is set to make a stunning move to La Liga side Mallorca after his departure from Borussia Dortmund. The 35-year-old centre-back, who recently bid farewell to BVB, is reportedly in advanced negotiations with the Spanish club, with only final details left to be agreed upon. Timo Boll, an agent brought in to assist with the negotiations, has confirmed that discussions are progressing well. The move would see Hummels, who already owns a house on the island, join Mallorca, aligning with his desire for a quieter lifestyle at this stage of his career. While a pay cut might be necessary, the appeal of living in Mallorca seems to outweigh financial considerations. Mallorca, who finished 15th in La Liga last season, will be competing in the Supercopa de España thanks to their Copa del Rey final appearance. This opportunity presents an interesting challenge for Hummels as he contemplates his next career step. Despite earlier interest from Serie A side Roma, led by head coach Daniele De Rossi, who is an admirer of Hummels, the German defender appears to be leaning towards Spain. Hummels' father and advisor hinted that a move to Spain, Italy or England would be intriguing, although Champions League participation is not a primary factor. With Hummels' experience and leadership, his potential arrival at Mallorca could significantly bolster their defense. The move would mark a new chapter for the veteran defender, known for his tenacity and defensive prowess, as he brings his storied career to La Liga.